today we're going to see the client, how we can get access to their mailbox from another machine. And we're going to also see Outlook, the software, right? We're going to cover some basic stuff inside, how we can have, for example, automatic answers for an email that we receive, how we can sort our emails, how we can for example, store our email in a specific folder if we save it under some conditions. If there is something like, for example, urgent in object, you're going to put it on a folder or something like that. You're going to forward it to other administrator automatically, etc., etc. Some basic stuff on the client side. The next weekend of our meeting, so 21-22 is off, right? Victoria Day here, we have this weekend off. On the 28, 29, we're gonna talk about the, so let me just log on the control panel. HTTPS, there you go. Remember, it's slow, but we're gonna make it. I'm gonna tape it again, I guess. It's 192.168.10. Right. Okay. So I'm putting my address here. 10.1 and ECB. Square team 1. Sorry. All right, so today we're gonna see, how we're gonna change this to a name. This is what we're gonna do first, like working with DNS now. We're gonna install our DNS, or I already have it, so we can just configure a zone for our stuff in there. Not even the zone is already in there because it's a domain controller. But we're gonna use a name, and even here we're gonna use a name. I'm gonna install also even Firefox in this client. So we're gonna see how to get in there with Firefox, but we will not work with Firefox in the client side. We will mainly focus on the Outlook application. So we will install our Outlook application. What happened here? Okay, we didn't copy. I said this is the setup. I just took the shortcut instead. Sorry. Saturdays and Sundays are weird. You need to wake up quickly. All right, here we go. So we just got access with Firefox one time, see a mailbox in there. And after we will install Outlook, the application of Microsoft from the Office suite, and we will use that Outlook on the client side. And as I said, so our next meeting will be 28-29. 28-29, we will cover some stuff here, the basic things here, right? So many things here we're gonna just talk about, and we're gonna configure also some stuff on this weekend here, 28-29. The 4th and the 5th, I'm gonna give you also a lab here, another one, just one more practice. And yeah, you're gonna go with your project, and on the 12th here we're gonna have a little theoretical exam about what we learned in this module, so some questions just for the theory, and we will be done, finally done with the weekends, I guess. Here we go. So hang on, it's the last virage, like we say on the planes, right? Okay, duck. So I have Firefox now in my client, and I need some setup. I need some setup for all those stuff. First of all, let's go and check our DNS. And I guess my domain is mail.com, and you see that I already have here exchange.mail.com. So all I need here is to create a CNAME for this guy with www to be able to get access with the www.mail.com, and we'll be ready for that. Okay, take it, or maybe click. Here we go. So you see now I have the structure of www.mail.com instead of exchange.mail.com. Now I should be able to use that thing here. So I'm gonna close it. I will wipe whatever is in, if I didn't have it also, right? So I'm gonna delete all the history, etc. on my browser. I guess it's on privacy something, right? Password. There you go. So never remember. Yeah. Here is it. Our Firefox now have amnesia or schizophrenia or something like that. You don't remember anything anymore. Cookies, okay. Why is this in the plan automatically? No, I need internet for that. I don't need any update. We're good with what we have here. So let's try HTTPS. Come on. Sorry, www.mail.com. Nothing, it's just the name that we are changing here. And he didn't take it. See, when he go to Google, he's trying to Google this thing. If I could do it again. Yeah. w.mail.com. And again, advanced and accept the risks, etc. We can view certification here. There you go. Now you see that I'm connected as mail.com. It's nothing. It's just our DNS. We learned DNS since many time ago. So administrator and query one. And now instead of using those numbers, I'm using a full qualified domain name. All right. Now let's see this client. Well, first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna join this client to the domain. All right. I'm gonna, yeah, he get to the OWA. So I'm gonna type here ACP to go to the administration. All right, I'm gonna join a domain here. Well, I need to set up a TCP IP. I did nothing here in this computer, right? So I just enabled the administrator account. I guess I disabled the firewall. MSC. Yeah, so it's off. Okay. I changed the name of my computer, and let's configure some IP in the same range here to be able to ping and communicate with this server. So I'm gonna take 1010 for this one, and he's gonna need a DNS also 192.168.10.10. And for the WOWA, I guess this is enough, right? So if we try it here, oh yeah, we need to go to that about config and network. I don't remember the name of it. Network something. It's on the document, right? I need to find it first. not in this one. And not in this one. And maybe even not in this one. But it's this one, all right. So remember, it's just configuring Firefox staff of security. So network.strict something. And yeah. There you go. I'm gonna just put it on false. I'll start my Firefox. And let's go with HTTPS :/ and yeah, I see that you guys, you already told me that, but I didn't see the chat on on Zoom to remember. Yeah, network strict something. I remember that network, but the strict just vanished. www.mail.com. And let's see. Did I point it to the right DNS or not? One more time, just checking my adapter here. Oh yeah, it's a 1, sorry. Server is 1. Here we go, advanced. See, accept the risk, etc. And now I can go user 1, for example, add mail.com and QWERTY1. All right, we have full mailboxes working with full qualified domain name here. And where ECP, Mohammed? What are you talking about ECP? Well, I can get access to ECP here with the administrator account, but I just opened the user mailbox. I already have the ECP here already on my server, but I can manage it here with the administrator account. If I log on with the administrator, that's it. So you saw that if I put ECP here and I go with the page of the administrator, I can open the management from here. It's nothing. It's just a website. You know, our Exchange configuration, our Exchange mailboxes are websites for now here. So I can get access. If I have the right configuration, the right DNS, the right whatever, I can just get access in there. So I can open many whatever mailboxes from the clients. I have user 2, can go with user 2. So you see that with the web, it doesn't require a lot of configurations. So just the right DNS to, if we are using names, I didn't even get to the requirement to have the DNS if I'm using the number here, right? So if I still use the IP address from the client, all I need is just the client's pings. That's it. Okay, so the client ping with the server, I'm ready to go even with the numbers here. I don't even need that DNS. So I just put the DNS here to be able to point. So getting access with the web browser, it's easy, right? And it's easier than the Outlook. Well, it doesn't mean that the Outlook is complicated at all. You're gonna see that, but this one is much more easier. It doesn't require a lot of configuration. It is the client ping the server. If you go with the numbers here, all you need is the IP address and the subnet mask. If you need a name or full qualified domain name, it's gonna require you a DNS that's gonna solve and translate this name, of course. This is why we put the DNS here, because he will not understand www.mail.com. And as you saw, I did a mistake, 10.10, so it was wrong DNS. Wasn't able to open it. But if I did put 192.168.10.1 in there on the IP, we will just go and open our mailboxes. So we can get access from client to our mailboxes without any problem. All right, that's good. Now we'll not work with those, right? We did some tests here. It's the same, right? So if we open mailbox here, we can send an email from here. We can open it from here. It's okay. It's just a matter of database where our email gonna just go there and park and wait to be open from any mailbox of any the specific user. Okay, now what we're gonna do I'm gonna go to media and we're gonna install Office, right? Not the whole Office, because it's gonna take a long time. But we have the ISO image of just Outlook, I guess. I need to find it. See, you can install this thing and you can just choose Outlook inside also, so you can just deny all the others. But I remember a long time ago, I did an ISO image just for Outlook, so you can just use that image. But I need to find it where it is. If you go to the class share and ISO, why do we have to here? DVD. So this is the server. This is weird. I'm like 100% positive that I did it. Somebody maybe removed it or deleted it. It's not a big deal. We can still use the Office here. Here you go. See, Outlook 2016. So you can copy this image if you don't already have it in your computer. I should have it here maybe. Office Plus, Office Plus. Yeah, definitely somebody wipe it from my computer. It's DVD5 something, and the only DVD5 that I have is this one. Yeah, so somebody wiped it. The folder exchange here, if I have it. Yeah, I have it. Here we go. It was on my desktop. So you take this image, right? But it's not a big deal. If you don't have it, you can copy it from the class share, or you can even copy the other one. It's the same, right? It's the same, but it's just the other one is heavier and have a lot of all the extensions of Office, and it's gonna take you time for that. And you don't need all those things. We will not use Excel, or we will not use PowerPoint, but you still can use the image of the Office, the full one, and after select just Outlook and deny all the others, because at some point in there during the installation, he's going to give you the list of all the Office tools, and you can deny all the list but the Outlook, and it's gonna be faster, right? But I just did it here. This ISO before a long time ago. I remember, just to make it simple for students, so they can just use Outlook straight away here with the ISO. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna mount this CD-ROM inside. And yeah, before mounting and installing Outlook, what I'm gonna do also, I will join the domain here, right? So I'm gonna put this client as a domain client here. So my domain is mail.com. It's not really a condition to be inside the domain, but this is the most simple configuration that we can do in this infrastructure. Trust me, right? But it doesn't mean that every client computer should be but just to avoid a lot of other tricks and on the configuration. So when he's a domain, when he's a client on the domain, it's a and this is what we are studying. We are studying the enclose inside an organization. So we are not doing even the routing between the exchange. We don't have connectors. We don't have an external exchange, etc., etc. Yeah. We're gonna need a huge servers to do that. Remember the RAM, and but we can learn the basics with this. So administrator and the query one, I will join the domain. My client will reboot, and after I will install Outlook. I can install Outlook first, right? It's the same. There's no now you are mature enough in IT, I guess, to understand that those things doesn't really count or whatever. I was able to install Outlook and after join the domain, or it's the same. So I'm going to join the domain here. One thing here, see from Exchange 2013, okay? Remember, we are using 2019 here. But from Exchange 2013, Exchange help you. Okay, he will help you when you set up your client. So the setup of client here is very, very easy because of one thing that we call network discovery, right? So the Exchange server, when the client belonged to the domain, this is what I was talking about. So when the client belonged to the domain, and he have, one more time, this is really important, right? This is one of the pre-requests, like you need it. And the client have a default gateway pointing to whatever routing with the server. So the client have a default gateway. So we need to go and point our default gateway to the server here. What the server gonna do for you, gentlemen? He's gonna configure the client automatically. Yep, and this is a time saving, right? So instead of going in there and configure our client one step by one step over all the whatever wizard in there, and he gonna just detect it on the DNS, detect the record, and configure it using the routing protocols, right? So this is what we need, that default gateway here on the client. And you're going to see it by yourself. So administrator, yeah, but to be sure that we are going to mail. So I'm going to log on with the administrator of the domain, not the local one, and query one. Here you go. We're on the domain now. And next step, I'm going to install Outlook. This is the client software. So instead of using our browser, we're going to use the software client or agent on the client machine. And our Exchange, our Outlook will be configured automatically just because of the client is in the domain, and we have the default gateway here. So we're going to point it to the default gateway, and Exchange will detect this machine and will configure it for us. It's done. Right, it's going to be pretty quick. So one more time. This machine ping, when I use the OWA on the Firefox, I don't really need pre-requests or the machine to be on the domain or whatever. All I needed is to ping those things and my Firefox is gonna work. I needed to point a DNS to be able to use a name, full qualified domain name here. Now I'm installing Outlook of the Office suite, right? The software agent, the client side, and we're gonna use that Outlook here on the machine. So to be able to use it, we need a specific configuration to connect Outlook to Exchange. But since Exchange 2013, there's a trick in there. If you point your client with the right default gateway, here in our case, we don't have routing, so my default gateway is just pointing to the Exchange here. And the what's gonna happen in there? My Exchange with my Exchange will configure Outlook for me, right? Just passing through the auto discovery. So he will auto discover all the clients and he will just configure them for me. Okay, so I'm on the domain. My CD-ROM is inside. So let's go and install this Outlook. Go. I'm gonna click on setup. It's gonna take a few minutes here to get Outlook configured. And as you can see, I don't have the default gateway. So my default gateway is missing on here. And we will configure it, right? So we're gonna put the default gateway, the same address as our DNS. Here you go. See that he's installing just Outlook in this CD-ROM. All we have is Outlook. So we don't have Word, we don't have Excel, we don't have PowerPoint, we don't have all the other stuff of Office. and it's gonna be quick. Well, gonna take a couple of minutes or a little bit more. And in the meantime, let's go and take our document of the last lab here. And there is a review research questions that I give you here. And let's talk about this question and let's try to answer them together since you did the research. Okay, can we install multiple Active Directory in one organization? So can one organization belong to multiple forests? Come on, it's a question for you guys, right? Yes or no? You did the research. So one organization, when we create during the installation of Exchange somewhere, we create our organization. Can we have an Exchange organization that belong to multiple different forests? You hear me, right? Look like you're all hiding. You did the research, guys, no? You did have time to do it? Hello? They are dead, those people. You didn't do the research? We did. Okay, that's cool. Davinder, no. Why? Didn't have time? Not enough time? Ah, the answer is no. Okay. Sorry. Because my question, I updated it. I said you didn't have time or it's just misunderstanding. The answer is no, of course. The answer is no, right? You can't have multiple forests for one organization. All right. So one organization belong to one forest. What about the reverse? Can a single Active Directory have multiple organizations under it? Answer. We have one schema with the forest, big wide one. Can we create multiple organizations of Exchange in under it? That's good, Toyash. Where's the others? Come on, I don't have just Davinder and Toyash in classroom. Come on, people. Yeah, Shiv, that's good. Mohammed. No. Not at all. Go do your research. Well, you're gonna see that that's completely wrong. Come on, where's the others? They have like 4 people in this classroom, right? They have 4. Janish, that's good, Janish. Yeah. Come on, where are you? Gurpreet, Jaskaran, Mansi, Navneet, and the others, where are you? Yeah, Jaskaran, you see? Ah, Gurpreet, there you go. You need motivation. Mansi, yes, that's good. Rajvansh, good. There you go. See, you know what? It's a no. It's a no. So from these 2 questions, we can say that it's forward and backward. One organization per one forest, right? One organization per one forest. We can have neither multiple forests in one organization, neither multiple organizations in one forest. So one organization work with one forest. Don't have a choice, right? Exchange can have multiple servers. We can split, backup, etc. our mailboxes through all these different child domains or even different domains, but under one organization. Okay, so even if we have multiple child domains in the one forest, here we are talking about forests, right? We're talking about forests, not the domain. So forests can have multiple domains. All those domains, they will have the same organization because it's the same forest. Okay, they belong to the same forest. What is the function of POP3? Come on, I need your answer. Come on, tape it. I'm waiting. See, Outlook is installing here. Close. We're already almost there. So do we have Outlook? See, the indexation is done dead here. Well, we're gonna find it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, nobody answered yet. What is POP3? What POP3 do? That's good, Toyesh. Yeah, perfect. Come on, the others. See. Vandan Kumar to save emails from email server. How? How POP3 do that? It's not just copy, Ankush. Well, you're half. How he copy them? How, Navneet? Receiving them, how? How? Same thing, Shiv. How he received them? That's good, Davinder. That's perfect answer. Same thing, Gurpreet. How he do that? It does no Shiv, same way. How we get our emails. I need a specific word. Yeah. Okay. Where's my ops here? See, the indexation is completely dead here in this machine. You shouldn't find it on. This didn't happen to you. You just go to program files, and I don't know if it's 32-bit up or. Microsoft Office. There's Outlook, right? So I can just create a shortcut now. Copy it here. One more time. So if this happened to you and you're not able to find it on the indexation here, something when word uh, in your client, you just go to C and program files and go to Microsoft Office and Office 16, and in there you're gonna find your Outlook that you installed. Just copy shortcut for it, and here we go. It's fully working. Okay, so we had some answers here. Darn people 3. Okay, good, Tarnpreet. Mansi, nope. Okay, so POP3, it download the emails from the server. There you go, Sheep. You got it right. POP3 download the email for the server. Okay, and it take it like it's not just copying, like it's gonna disappear from the server. Well, the right answer is we can copy, we can use the copy, or we can use the Control Z kind of copying in there, or Control C. But by default, it's gonna also allow to delete it from the server, right? Like Davinder said it was that his answer was really well detailed. Okay, so it download from the server, it download to the client the email. Okay, so it's just allowed to receive. Yeah, we can receive with all the protocols, but how we're downloading that to the device, the device that we're checking with. The email will be downloaded to the client agent. What is port number of POP3? Come on, easy one, this one. I will help you. It start with 1. Yeah, that's good. Good. Ankush, come on, seriously? What's that number? Ankush. Where? From where did you get that thing? From where? What that weird number? Google. Yeah, no, don't Google. Don't Google. I give you the answer on our class, right? Or otherwise, I will just give you links and let you go and study by yourself. Don't trust everything in Google. People say a lot of shit in there, right? And you see, here's how things work when you count on Google. You're gonna give me P, P numbers. Always give me Google number because Google is number in itself. No, no, no. It's just 110, Ankush, right? Good, everyone. For the others, the answer was good. But be careful, Ankush. This is not the best way to study, right? This is not, don't study in Google. I already give you the answer. If you go to the first whatever document I gave you, I'm pretty sure it was there. If I do remember well, send and receive. Maybe it was this one. Here's the answer here. POP3 110, right? So don't go to Google. Google, if you at least go to Google if you know where to search in Google. If you go to Wikipedia, you're gonna find the right number, but who knows where the hell you got that number 995 or whatever. So don't go anywhere in Google. Google can lead you to many errors, or maybe you didn't understand what you were reading. You just typed something and you get that number and you tell it to me. So please focus, right? Okay, next one. What is the function of SMTP protocol? What does SMTP do? Good, Toyash. That's good. That's perfect, Chief. SMTP. Come on, everybody here. SMTP. Sample mail transfer protocol. You are missing a letter, Taronpreet. See well your answer here. I don't know if you really meant. Yeah, okay. Because I know you did a typo. All right. That's good. That's good, by the way. Okay. See, you miss one letter, it have another meaning. It have another meaning. Complete other meaning. Good, Davinda. Perfect. Okay, just Karan. Good. Okay, so the SMTP is the protocol for sending emails between servers, right? We can't say receiving because when we talk about the receiving, it's correct. I know that you didn't really mean it for the people who mentioned receiving, but when we talk about receiving, it's about the client agent, right? And SMTP is for sending, not receiving. It's not a protocol that we use to check our emails for. It's a transport protocol. Simple mail transport protocol, sending mail transport protocol. This is just for sending from one server to one server, right? Of course, when we send, the other gonna receive it, the server here. But technically, when we talk about emails, the receiving word is for checking the emails, receiving the emails. From who? From the client agent. All right. So it's for sending between the servers. Okay. He gonna route the mail over all the exchange servers or whatever servers in there to the right mailbox. So he's gonna find where is this mailbox, and he's gonna route the email over the servers to get in there, right? To get the email in there. Port number, very easy. Come on, Ankush. What's port number of SMTP? Good. Ooh, Rajvansh, what is this? Rajvansh, it's the same thing. You give me the price of the petrol or oil. It's on dollar, this number, or in what? You want? Come on, Rajvansh, come on. Come on, we'll give you another chance. Come on, do your research. Yeah, that's good. Port number, SMTP, standard mail or sample mail or server mail or sending mail. As many people's named it different ways, but the real name is a standard mail transfer protocol. Come on, come on, come on. Port number. Yeah, that's good. We're looking for the oldest, of course. Good, good. It's 25. It's 20, 25, 25. Port numbers SMTP here is 2025. What is the port number of EMAP 4? Port number of EMAP 4. Good, everyone. Almost everybody said 143. Janish, come on. What is this? Come on, Janish. No, 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 no. Same thing. It's always that somebody gonna give me like weird number in there. No, no. The standard port of EMAP 4, right? The standard one. It's 143. 143. Standard port here is 143. Go back to the send mail here document that I gave you. It's already in there. You don't need to Google it even, right? If you don't know how to Google stuff, because you're gonna end up with numbers like that. What is the minimum amount of RAM required? Required, right? Here, because some people gave me boo answers saying that it's whatever. What is the required? That's good, Mohammed. Yeah, so required here. Good, Chief. Navnit, required. This is why I told you required. Because I know that you're gonna get on that error, right? Yeah, Davinder, we're not saying it can work with the required by Microsoft. So we're talking about the standard, because if you're gonna tell Bill Gates that Exchange worked on our 8 gig, maybe he will not even believe you. I'm sure that they didn't try it, right? By word, limited by word. Okay. So it's 128 gig here, 128. I showed you this on the blog of Microsoft, on the website, the forum, with the pre-request of Exchange 2019 installation. It's 128 gigabyte, of course. And they know many people gonna say 10, gonna say 8, because they will be confused with our experimental environment here. It's not required to have 8 at all. It's not required at all. You don't do that in production environment, never. An Exchange server working in 8 or 10, like we are doing here, 10. But I know that it's gonna work also with 8, more limited, but you can make it with 8,000 here, all right? But it's not required at all. It's not required at all. So be careful with the question, right? What is required? It's 128 minimum gig. Explain the difference between security and distribution group in Active Directory. Come on, I'm waiting for your answers. Differences between security and a distribution group. Tarampreet, you answered 75%. You're missing a quarter in, in your answer. It's good, but you're still missing a lot on that answer. Good, Navneet. Yeah, That's very short and good answer. Good. What do you mean by the first sentence, Mansi? I don't know, this is pretty vague. Toya, she's still missing one part on your answer. Same. Missing something, Rajvansh, same thing. And who the hell talk about SharePoint? You see, when you Google, you're gonna talk about things that you don't know. What is SharePoint, Rajvansh? Come on, come. Since you give me an answer like this one, what the hell is SharePoint? Tell me. Are you gonna Google SharePoint again, right? Uh, this is when you copy paste stuff without knowing what they mean. And it's not the purpose. Try to do research. I mean, try to find the solution, not copy text and put it. Of course, here one more time. The distribution group and the security group for the emails, they work the same, right? Same way. I'm not talking about dynamic distribution. We're going to do example on our next meeting with dynamic distribution. We're going to configure dynamic distribution, see how they work. I'm talking about just the distribution group and security group. For the emails, they work same way. We can have people inside, right? So apps here, and we're going to send an email to those people, right? One more thing, this guy, we can use read, write, modify, etc. in our resources as folders. We are not able to do that here. And this guy is able to allow us to apply security in our resource. Okay, so he can be used for the emails. He can be used for the security and permissions. This one is used just for emails. Okay, and here is the good question. If we can use the security for emails and permissions, why the hell have these things? You don't need them, right? Why we have distribution groups? Since we can use just security ones and we're good with it. Come on, who can give me the answer for this? We have security groups. We can use them for emails. We can send emails for people, and we can use them for permissions. So they have like double life here, okay? Double faces. We can use them for emails. We can create a security group and use the same group for emails and use the same group for permissions. And this one is used just for the emails. So since this one is used for both, why we have all this one here? Why? We can just create security and use them. Okay, who can tell me why we have this? For group message? Well, a security group is the same. Is a group message here. We can use them for group message. they work the same on this side. Still here, down, they work the same. It's just on top here, those guys don't have this. So this one can do both. Why we have this? Logically, we don't need it, but why we have it? Since we have it, this means that it have meaning. We have an advantage sometimes, maybe using this or something like that. I don't know. So what do you think? Yeah, only to send emails. Those ones here, the distribution is only to send emails and receive emails. But since those guys can do that, why we have those things exist? Efficiency way to assign access and permissions in Active Directory. What do you mean, Chief? I didn't understand your efficient way to assign access and permissions in Active Directory. I didn't understand what you want to say by your sentence here. Navneet is saying to don't add email address each time, for example, in a project team. Well, I can just build up a security group for my project team and I'm good with it. It's gonna do exactly the same purpose of distribution. Gonna work the same. You didn't do your research well, right? I guess. Since you are searching now, maybe in Google. So okay, so the security group here. Yeah, Mansi, you're saying that the distribution group we are not allowed to use it for permissions, of course. But since this security group is allowed to be used to permissions and to emails, well, we already have what we need here. Why having this thing at all? I can just every time that I need to send to multiple people, I can just create a security group for them, and we're good. And also, I can use it for permissions in the same time. So I'm happy with that. Why? What is the purpose of this distribution group here? Since this one can do both, this is the question. We can do the same, Ankush, with the security. It's also working the same. It's not because of that. Navneet, you don't need to be admin. No. It doesn't have any relationship with admins or whatever. No. So it's kind of like, imagine if I know somebody that he can be a doctor and he can be an attorney for me. So he can be both. And I know another body here that he can just be an attorney. I already know this guy who can be both. Why the hell I'm gonna need this guy, right? So something like that, just to understand better the question. All right. Yeah. So, or imagine that I have a car in the future that can fly and run in the same way, or on the road in the same way. And I have another car that can just go to the road. Why I'm gonna need this one since I can fly and do this with this. Something like that. Also a little bit different, but Just to understand the meaning of my question here. Well, this guy can do both. Why we need one guy here that can do just those things? Nobody have an idea. Okay, so to be able to use the security, it's for efficiency, of course, like Toyesh said, but it's not for what he said after. It's not about Active Directory or something, right? But it's for about efficiency. All right, okay. So this is the main answer is efficiency. Now, how? Why? This security process is very heavy to use. We have the ACLs, right? Remember, we talk about this in early modules. The access list, access control list, right? So every time that you create a security group, he will be have a serial ID, the seed number of that group, and the people who they are inside, they will have their old seed numbers, etc., etc. And that seed number here, he will be on some database of the ACL, and he gonna assign the roles for everything that he need to. He have the right to write here, he have the right to read here, he have the right. So there's a lot of policies just for this one seed number, and one seed number he gonna assign to all the other seed numbers. So it's a whole architecture here for all that security thing. And every time that you're gonna create a security group, those things will be set on the ACL. Okay, now I have an exchange organization. I have contact people. I have people from outside. All they need to have is their damn email. That's it. And maybe I can have 10,000, hundreds of thousands, multiple thousands, multiple hundreds people that they don't need at all to be in this ACL here. Okay, this is where the distribution group give you that efficiency. So instead of going and killing your informations here on this ACL database and make it heavier and heavier for nothing, so the performance of your computer gonna just be lower and lower because thousands of people that they have all this whole setup in the ACL, but for nothing. But if you already have people that you are using them on the ACL, you don't have a choice. They are already in there. You need them for permissions. Well, you can use that group to send emails, so you don't need to create another group of distribution. It's also a matter of efficiency in two ways. Okay, so this is exactly why we need this distribution, even if the security can send. Okay, now if you create two groups or three groups of Amigo 1, Amigo 2, user 1, user 2 in our lab, this one or this one is the same. But when you are working in a production environment in real life and you have very big organizations and very big setups, it makes all the sense. There is a lot of people, there's a lot of groups that you don't need them in here at all. Okay, don't need them in here. They don't have any purpose to be here. Why are you gonna put them here for nothing? And you're gonna just uh, give a punch on your ACL efficiency for nothing. All right. And the more and more you're gonna have, the more and more you're gonna have a lot of extra information here for nothing, useless one. And here come all the meaning of the distribution group. So the distribution group doesn't have this on the background at all. And this is why we can't assign permissions and security on the distribution, because they don't have this at all. All they have is this side here, putting people all together under the email, and we're going to send an email to that email distribution group, and it will be distributed over the other emails. But this don't exist when you create your distribution group. Well, I hope you get it now, right? So what is the advantage of this distribution group over the security one, since the security can also be a distribution group? When you see it at the first time, it doesn't really make sense. Say, we can use security ones for the distribution one. Why we have the distribution one? But you have distribution one to avoid all that heavy configuration that you can have for nothing, right? What is archive? What is archive? We were going to configure archive today, by the way. What is an archive? Yeah, that's good, Mohammed. Perfect. Come on, archive. This is easy question. This one, easy one. Archives. Yeah, that's good, Toyash. Come on, guys. I have two students in the classroom, right? I have two people. Okay, we have three. Gurpreet was being brave. Two. Yeah. Okay. So I know the literature is a little bad, Gurpreet, but I got you. Okay, I did understand. It's okay. Yeah, it's the weirdest way to say it, but yeah, I got it. Got it is correct. Okay, so the archive, as Toya say here, we can archive the mails and they will be moved to a different folder, not just different folder, different database completely, right? Okay, different database. When we can save them in there for a certain amount of time that we can configure. For example, my archive will work for 1 year. Anything that it's in there after 1 year will be wiped automatically. Or my archive is for 10 days or 15 days or 3 days or something. So we can kind of back up the messages in there and just remove them from the emails. Or when we wipe our email to, it's a matter of space, right? So imagine my mailbox is, I'm going to give quota because we can give quota and we're going to see how to give quota soon, right? On our next weekend when we're going to cover all the details at once. But when you give quota to your mailbox, and the more you're going to have emails, the more that, but imagine that you want to make have more space in there, right? So you're going to have something called archive and you're going to just put the documents or whatever emails on that archive, and you will have more time, you will have more time for your emails to be saved in there, so you will be able to recover them or go and check them in there, etc., etc. But they are not in your mailbox anymore, so you have more space and you are saving your quota or whatever space you have in your mailbox because it's something custom that we can configure by ourselves also. Okay, so they can be used, as Toy is saying here, they can be used later or deleted or for future reference, etc. Okay, but it's not just another folder. We can even put it in another database, completely other database, another hard drive, another database in there. We know how databases are configured now in our server. Okay, so this is the meaning of this archive right here. Okay, so let's go to our configuration here. This is my Outlook. I'm gonna just open Outlook and you see that, do you want to set up Outlook, connect email account? Yes. And here we go. Well, this is weird that I didn't put my default gateway and he detected the administrator. That's pretty weird. Because I wanted to show you that he would not work without the default gateway, but my God, what is happening here? Yeah, I don't have default gateway. Say I wasn't supposed to have the administrator. See that he configured everything automatically? I swear to God, it never worked without a default gateway before. We'll always learn from our exchange here stuff. Then maybe it's because of the administrator account. We always learn, right? Let's try it with user one, for example. Saying one. I'm gonna keep calm. So user one, query one. This is pretty weird. Sometimes it happens that we have an error even with the default gateway, it's not working. And you see that today, it's like we're overlooking that even without the default gateway, it's working. I saw everything in my life with this Windows. Whatever things. I never saw this before. Seriously. And it's not a matter of update or something, because we didn't update it even though it's changed, and we are using exactly the same that I used for long years ago. Well, since 2019. I mean, even the end of 18, it was already available, and we started using it, I guess. Yeah. But it's good for us if it's not working with the default gateway. I will not put it anymore, not there at all. I wasn't working before because we should have all the details and the panels for the configuration, manual configuration, to put the name of the server, etc. And this is why I clicked to show you that, but magic happened. See that? Okay, I'm gonna go here and here and here. There we go. Sometimes things make you feel like you're a fool. Yeah. Well, let it. I know that I don't have the default gateway, right? Just wanted to put it in front of us, but okay, they want to. What the hell? All right, that's good. I'm gonna go with it, right? I'm gonna go with it. But I swear to God that before it was like going here with a lot of stuff that you need to configure. But once you're gonna put your default gateway, which is just point to the server, and the auto auto discovery gonna work by default here. It's good. Just go next here, and we will see. Maybe we're gonna be stocked after, right? Maybe yes. Microsoft Exchange available. Network adapter does not have the default gat. Yeah, there you go. I see. So, but before we didn't have that. He wasn't able to detect the user at all. I mean, this thing we should have it in before. And okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel, and I'm gonna put a default gateway, of course. So administrator and QWERTY 1. 192.168. Okay, our default gateway is in there. Double click, next, yes, he detected it. Now he will be able to go forward. Must be online and connected. Well, I think I need to kill the service and go back. Let's log off, log on. Let's take even new one here with a new server. Well, we go with the administrator first, the one that we were supposed to go with at the first time. This just didn't understand when I saw the administrator in there detected automatically without the default gateway. That was the first time that I saw that. Okay, next. So this should happen here when you have a default gateway. When you don't have a default gateway, we should have that thing when we click on next. And It's pretty weird. We can view the certificate, install certificate here. Yeah, I'm gonna install it by the way, in the current user local machine. Next, and finish, and okay, and go with yes, and yes. There we go, and see we passed all the stages. I will not add another account, but I will show you after how to do those things. Even from Outlook, after we can do that, we can have multiple accounts in one Outlook instance. So finish, and here you go. We're gonna get to the mailbox of the Outlook user here. I will not install update. Ask me later. Accept. And here is our mailbox here. You see that we can read the emails that the administrator have, etc., etc. Okay, so you see that it's one user per session for now, but I can have several mailboxes here, and this is what you're going to do after to do all the tests, etc. It's going to save you much time instead of having other computers, another computer with another user, and testing from one computer to another one. Well, we can just open several mailboxes all here, and you send something from here, and you're going to see it when you will receive it in another mailbox right in here, etc. So it's good for testing, right? It's good for our testing. I will show you how to do that after. Let's yeah, so let's close this and log on with another account now. Let's go back to our user one, or we go with sale one, for example, here. So sign out. I'm going to go with the sale one. And I will open the administrator mailbox here. See, this guy is freeze. Clicking, there's nothing here. No response. Not have any merge. I can't click anything in my server, I guess, anymore, because it's almost dead. But all I want is to open the mailbox of the administrator and open Outlook here and send an email from administrator to sale one to see that you're going to receive it same way that it's on the Outlook web application. It's going to function for the save and send almost the same way. Not almost, really the same way, I mean, but the agent here is a software instead of Firefox web, where we're not passing over HTTPS on the browser. Yeah, it's completely almost dead, this guy. Come on, for God's sake, close it, close it, close it. Okay, so this is sale one, and I will go with the Outlook. You see that my computer here is completely freezed almost. I'm fighting with it. Yeah, I can't type anything here. This one now don't want to close anymore. Okay, close the damn. I hate this. There we go. Okay, so you see that now since we have a default gateway, we will not have any problem here. You're gonna detect sale one also. Let's go with it. Yes, yes, and here we go. See that we have all checked and finish. And here we go to the count of sale one. And every time that you're gonna log on with somebody and you will just open the Outlook and you're gonna open the Outlook account of that guy. So sale one that you have the email here. Let's open back our ECP for administrator. And also OWA. And here's the mailbox of the administrator. So if I'm gonna send a message to, who is this guy, by the way? It's a sale one, right? To sale one. Add mail.com. Hello. Outlook is working. Send. And we're supposed to receive the message right here. So this is our user that we are logged in on Outlook, the one that we are logged in also on our session on Microsoft here. Come on, refresh it. Still didn't get in. You know that it's very, very slow here. We're gonna wait for it, but the message should come very soon. Or we're gonna have an error here saying that mail a daemon or something that's gonna come back. But send the time, see that it's sent. Yeah, here we go. It took it a little bit. Hello, you see Outlook is working. We got it. Okay, we can also do the same from here. If we want to say the new email to the administrator, is the administrator. Hello. Thanks. Notice that. I'm gonna send, or even here reply, play on reply, and we're gonna reply to him like this. Thanks. We know. And send. And here you go. You're gonna receive 2 emails here on the mailbox. He's saying that notice of that and the answer of it. So it's working pretty well, like the should work. Okay, we're gonna stop here. It's 10. If you don't have any question, please, guys, we will take a little break and we're gonna come back after, and we will do some stuff here on this Outlook for creating archive. We're gonna create archive here for a specific user. We also we're gonna create out of office roles and regular roles just to see how they work, creating folders, etc., and do some tests. So this is our next whatever, and I will give you a little assignment to do. Questions, you need to answer them with a little lab after. Okay, you already have your server, and you installed this server this morning. So you're gonna just practice again the installation of Exchange. And after, you're going to have 2 or 3 questions about these roles. You're going to install Outlook. You will do those stuff and you will answer the questions. And I'm going to see you on next week after that, of course. Not next week, next week. Next week is off because tomorrow is the yeah, the retake. And by the way, let me just check something here. I will share my screen. I'm waiting for your answers. If you have any answer, please, guys, right? I'm waiting for your answer for your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free. Okay, all good, no question. Good. So grades. I remember we have 1 student for the retake tomorrow. Yeah. So Janish, got yourself ready, and you're gonna have just the practical one, right? There's no theory in there. You passed the theory. One more time, Janish. Your retake is tomorrow morning at 8:30 with Joban. You're gonna do the practice, the packet tracer. That's it. Okay. So we'll have a different packet tracer to configure. All the packet tracer, I will give it to you. You don't have to build it or whatever, but like the same way we did on the exam, but it will be a different one. And you need to configure all that packet traces. This is the only part that you need to retake in your exam. Is you almost passed, but you failed that part. So you need to retake it. So this is for about the retake of tomorrow. Okay, guys, see you in 30 minutes. Let's take a little break. Take a rest and keep your phone next to you. I'm gonna notify you when we are back since you don't have any question. See you in 30 minutes.